Hello and welcome to Webb Sports Machine. Tonight we're in Yorktown, Indiana, the site of today's contest. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Webb Sports Machine. I'm your announcer tonight, and alongside me to make the call is Michael Beach. As always, we are ready to bring you an exciting matchup between the visiting Delta Eagles and the Tigers of Yorktown.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Jason May State Farm. When I say good, you say neighbor. Call Jason May for your insurance needs and see how it feels to be on a number one team. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Jason or his team today at 747-7100 or visit calljasonmay.com.
Well, Mike, as these teams are down on the field finishing up their pre-games, let's tell you what we can expect to see tonight from the Delta Eagles. They come into tonight's game with a record of 3-1 under Coach Grant Zagunda. He is in his 15th year at Delta High School. He has a combined record of 140-22. Zagunda has won 7 Hoosier Heritage Conference titles, and in 2001 he led the Eagles all the way to the RCA Dome in the state championship game before they fell to Jasper High School.
The Eagles are coming off of back-to-back wins over Greenfield Central and New Palestine. In the first 2 weeks of the season, they went 1-1, a win over Jay County, but a really big bad blowout loss to Fort Wayne Carroll. All season, the Eagles have relied heavily on their running game, led by sophomores Joe Spiegel and Mason Bechtold, and senior Bryce Dishman. Spiegel is the leading rusher, bringing in over 110 yards per game, averaging 7 big yards per carry, while Bechtold and Dishman are raking in 43 yards a game. On defense, the Eagles are led by Brody Runyon and Clay Fullenkamp. This is Runyon's first season with the Eagles. Last year, he was a starter at Yorktown, so there might be some bad blood on the field, just like there always is in this contest.
Absolutely, Mike. And for Yorktown, they have a 2-2 record under head coach Mike Wilhelm. The Tigers are also coming off a big win last week at Lucas Oil Stadium. They beat the Greenfield Central Cougars, a Hoosier Heritage Conference team, 31-14. In that game, Chandler Carroll was the leading rusher for the Tigers. He had 144 yards rushing on just 19 carries with 1 touchdown. Quarterback Riley Neal was 8 for 13, 95 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Mike, prior to last week, the Tigers were 1-2. They started out the conference with a loss to Mount Vernon, and their only win came against Indianapolis Northwest. They won 52-14. Tonight's Beach Media Players of the Game to watch is going to be Chandler Carroll. Chandler Carroll has had 6 touchdowns. He already rushed for 530 yards on just 56 carries and is averaging over 9 yards per carry.
And you're going to have to watch for Joe Spiegel, number 20. 452 rushing yards so far, 5 touchdowns, and he really has breakaway speed once he gets out in the open field.
Absolutely, Mike. And as the game gets underway, we're getting ready to set for the kickoff. We'll tell you about the keys to the game, both for Delta and Yorktown. Right now, set back to return for the Eagles is number 9, Jalen Robinson, and number 20, Joe Spiegel. And set to kick off for the Eagles is number 46, Derek Fox.
And it's the Iceman, Derek Fox.
The Iceman.
So here we go, getting ready to set off the rivalry game of the week. Pooch kick down the middle, recovered by Avery Hazley. So the Eagles will start out with great field position on the 49-yard line.
Nice hands there. The front line doesn't usually expect to get the ball kicked right to him. Smart heads-up move, just getting straight forward down the field.
Tonight we're going to look out for the Eagles. They're going to have to contain Chandler Carroll on defense. Like I said, Carroll's already rushed for over 530 yards. And the Eagles, we're going to see on this first drive, they have to initiate their ground game. And once the Tigers start to creep in, as they start to use running, that's when you use play action, go over the top. And I think it should be open tonight if they can get things going early. So first play from scrimmage, a 10-yard gain by Joe Spiegel.
He should be fun to watch all night.
Like we said during our pregame, he has breakaway speed, already 5 touchdowns and over 450 yards rushing. So 2nd and 1, ball on the 41-yard line.
Spiegel on the carry once again for the Eagles. This time along the left side.
So Spiegel picks up the first down. Ball is going to be spotted right around the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10 Eagles, just a minute into the first quarter. Marching down the field, they started out with great field position. So setting Bryce Dishman in motion, something that the Segunda has not done in the past.
Nothing there.
Now looking at about 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, ball right on the 36-yard line. Through the first couple weeks of the game, we noticed Jalen Robinson was getting the ball a lot on offense. He's going to be the wide receiver, split out left most of the time tonight for the Eagles. But as of late, they've been sticking to their running game, but right now it's a 3rd and 8, typical passing situation. So I'm going to see what Cade Jones and this offense can do. So here we go, Mike. Big 3rd down for the Tigers. They have a great chance to make a stop, but it is almost 4-down territory. Too close to punt, too far to kick.
Interception. Ball got tipped, I think.
It's going to be the other way. Tigers ball right around the 30-yard line. Actually make that the 26-yard line. Normally Coach Segunda stays away from the trick plays, but Joe Spiegel, obviously he's a running back, had his first interception of the year.
Was there a hand on that ball? Did he get tipped at all?
I don't know, Mike. It may have been, but either way, it's going the other way for the Tigers. So Riley Neal is going to be at quarterback right now. Last week against Greenfield Central at Lucas Oil Stadium, the Tigers like to use a lot of shotgun. So handoff up the middle to Chandler Carroll. He's the Beach Media player to watch. Gets 5 yards on the first play.
Both of these teams always get fired up to play this game.
No, without a doubt.
If you win this game, your season, you have a good season, no matter what happens.
Before last season, I sat in on Coach Segunda's kind of as a preseason talk that he had to the team, and he stressed, it doesn't matter about the sectional, it doesn't matter even the state title. Obviously, they want one. But the goal each season for Delta and obviously Yorktown is to come out and beat the opposing team. one of the biggest rivalries here in East Central Indiana. And it always shows great competition. We're looking at a 3rd and 2. Ball on the 34-yard line. Now Neal going under center for the first time tonight. So Chandler Carroll is going to pick up the first down.
I don't know about you fans, but I believe that last run by Carroll's good enough for a Yorktown Tiger.
It's now 1st and 10, ball right on the 43-yard line. 7:59 left in the first. So Carroll again picking up big yards on a first down run.
That left side just is wide open for them the last couple of plays.
Either going to be a 2nd and very short or might move the chains. And it will be a first down. So like we said during our pregame, both of these teams heavily rely on their running game. Delta had a few big plays, but right now it's a 1st and 10. Chandler Carroll already 4 carries, 28 yards. Pass is complete outright for another big gain, about 9 yards. So the first pass play of the game is going to bring up maybe a 2nd and short.
Gain of about 9 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and short for the Tigers.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. Got Lips left, 3 wide receivers out. It's a handoff right. Enough to move the chains, but a short gain on the play.
Chandler Carroll on the carry. Short gain on the play. About 2 yards, but fans, that last run by Carroll good enough for yet another Yorktown Tiger.
So now ball is going to be spotted on the 36, maybe 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. Again, 3 wide receivers left. No. This one is almost picked off by Avery Hazley, the senior for the Eagles. That's going to bring up 2nd down, so getting in there on the coverage. Just under 7 minutes left in the first. So both teams now are going to have the ability to use play action if they can convert. Like we said, they heavily rely on their running game, so the defense starts to creep in. On 2nd down, Carroll picks up about 4 yards. So now 3rd and 6, ball's going to be spotted on the 34-yard line. Now 6:21 left in the first. Austin Conway was in the backfield, but pass is complete. Going to pick up the first down and more to move the chains. Brought out of bounds right around the 21-yard line.
The Tigers are marching down the field.
Actually make that the 26-yard line. But either way, it's first down Tigers. So on the short screen pass, Austin Conway was in there with the pressure, but Neal got rid of it just in time to move the chains. Penalty marker down. It's going to be a false start on the offense.
Flags on the field. Preliminary indications are that it's a false start against the Tigers.
If it is a false start, it's going to be 1st and 15, ball on the 31.
It will be a 5-yard penalty. It will take the Tigers back to the Eagle 32-yard line, where it will be 1st and 15.
So 5:52 left in the first. 1st and 15, ball right around the 31. Neal drops back to pass. Fires one across the middle. Incomplete. So if the Eagles give him that much time in the pocket, you got to imagine what Riley Neal can do in the backfield. Now 2nd and long. Ball still right around the 31, 32-yard line. Still 3 wide receivers left. Neal going under center this time. Another halfback pass. And this one is almost picked off by Alex Fawadabai. Fawadabai earlier in the season was our Beach Media, almost our Beach Media player of the game. He had 2 interceptions against Greenfield Central. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 15. So 3rd and 15. Big 3rd down play. It's going to be a screen pass up the middle. It's incomplete. Going to bring up 4th down. So Yorktown's in that territory where it's almost too close to punt, obviously too far to kick. They're most likely going to go for it on 4th down. So as Jacob Wagner and Riley Neal bring the play out into the huddle. 4th and 15, ball in the 31. 5:35 left in the first. Drops back to pass. Pocket collapse. There's a penalty marker down in the backfield. Don't get too excited. So either way, it's going to be Eagles ball. Right on the 31-yard line. So a turnover on downs for the Tigers. It's going to bring Cade Jones and this high-powered offense back out onto the field once again. 5:30 left in the first. Ball's going to be on the 31-yard line.
Don't forget, you can catch all of your Tiger football action this year live via webcast at DelawareCountyVoice.com. If you can't make it out to a game, go to DelawareCountyVoice.com.
The handoff up the middle to Joe Spiegel. Had room to run, but he's brought down hard. Tackled by number 47, James Burgess. He's a 6'1", 180 junior.
His 3rd tackle of the game.
So 2nd and 5, ball on the 37. Again, handed off to Joe Spiegel. Almost no gain on the play.
Yeah, 78 got a hold of that ankle and just would not let go.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Ball almost at the 40-yard line.
For the Eagle offense.
So again, another big third down play for the Eagles. It's going to be Rob Fox split out right, Jalen Robinson out left. Spiegel this time going to run. He's going to fall up maybe just past the first down marker.
They got a good spot. Looks like they might have made it.
So as the chains move, Spiegel now 9 carries, 46 yards, 1 interception. Something we're not used to saying about Joe Spiegel, but it's almost 4 minutes left in the first. Still no score here on Webb Sports Machine. 1st and 10, ball on the 43. Jones dropped back to pass for the first time tonight.
He lays
Pass
out,
is-
makes the catch.
Pass is complete to Jalen Robinson. What a grab.
Fantastic catch.
Laid out for it. Hands extended, body extended. It's going to move the chains and a lot more yards. So now ball on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles.
Looked like it was overthrown at first. He laid out completely. Two-hand catch. Wonderful.
Like I said, 1st and 10 Eagles. Counter to Bryce Dishman.
Dishman
He has
is
room
in.
to run. He's going to maybe punch it in the end zone. He's
Nope.
brought down right around the 1-yard line.
They catch up with him. Shoestring tackle.
So big run by Bryce Dishman. 3:36 left in the first. Eagles are moving up the field very quickly right now. Big pass from Cade Jones to Jalen Robinson. Got the amazing catch. Then Bryce Dishman with a huge first down run brought down around the 2-yard line. So no more than just a PAT here. Jones is going to keep on to it, the QB keeper, and I think the pile may have fallen in the end zone. But he's brought down just inches outside. Now 2nd down and inches to go for the goal.
It's a minimal gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal.
So 2nd and goal, ball right around, well, inches from the end zone. 2:51 left in the first quarter. Trying to draw him off sides. Cage Jones going to take a timeout almost. There is a timeout by Coach Segunda and the Eagles. So 2:35 left in the first. The Eagles are knocking on the end zone. And we'll be right back with more action. You're watching Webb Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. 2:35 left in the first here at Yorktown High School. Eagles are knocking on the end zone. It's been a big drive. Great pass completion from Cade Jones to Jalen Robinson. Got him down to about the 25. And then Bryce Dishman brought him to where we are now. 2nd down. Less than a yard to go for the touchdown. Cade Jones is going to keep it once again. And he falls in the end zone. So the first score of the night comes by Cade Jones on the QB keeper. Big drive by the Eagles, going to make it 6-0, 2:30 left in the first as John Kern comes out to kick the PAT.
Delta Blue Crew is excited. The visiting stands are packed full of Delta fans.
Now it's number 31, John Carter Kern, on to kick the point after for the Eagles.
So Tay Stone set back to hold, John Kern to kick.
16 Stones to hold.
Kick sails through the uprights, making it 7-0 here at Yorktown High School. Eagles out on top, 2:30 left in the first, and we'll be right back with more action. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. Big drive by the Eagles, capped off by a 1-yard Cade Jones QB keeper for the touchdown, making it 7-0 after the PAT. 2:30 left in the first as John Kern is sit back to kick off. Kick's going to be returned by number 25, Chandler Carroll. John Kern gets set to kick off. 2:30 left in the first. Kicks a beauty return by Jacob Wagner. Pushed out of bounds by number 22, Grant Redwine. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball right around the 40. Actually, ball's going to be spotted right around the 37. 2:25 left in the first. Eagles up 7-0. Hand off to Carroll once again, and he's brought down in the backfield by Austin Conway. Conway a few weeks ago was the Beach Media Player of the Game. He had 4 sacks, many tackles in the backfield for the Eagles. Now 2nd and 10. Ball on the 37. Neal drops back to pass. Had lots of time. Pass is completed, but he was touched right around, he was tackled right around where the ball came in. Brought down right on the 40-yard line. 3rd and 7.
You can stand up by the door. There's a lot. This is an important game, so we don't want kids there.
It's now 1:20 left in the first. 7-0 Eagles. 3rd and 7, ball right around the 40. So another big play for the Tigers. Going to have 3 wide receivers split out right. Brody Runyon was in the backfield. Pass is completed for a first down. He pushed out of bounds.
Nice pass. Under pressure. Riley Miller, big catch and extra yards after the catch.
So it goes from the 40 to the other 40. Inside Eagles territory now. 1st and 10. Just less than 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Now Lips left. This time Carroll picks up about 5 yards on first down.
It's the Tigers about the 35-yard line. Just over 5 on the play brings up 6. And a long 4 for Yorktown.
So 2nd and 5, about 30 seconds left in the first. Eagles are up 7-0. Ball on the 35. had a hole, but it collapsed very fast. Going to bring up third and about 2 yards for the first down. And that play will bring us to the end of the first quarter, where we have a 7-0 game here in Yorktown, Indiana. Eagles up 7-0 right here on Webb Sports Machine. And we'll be right back from a word with one of our sponsors.
The Barn Lot is your shed and carport headquarters. The Barn Lot offers sheds, barns, cabins, and carports. They offer rent-to-own, no credit check, and free delivery. The Barn Lot is located on Meeker Road at the 67 bypass in Muncie, so stop by, check out their inventory. Call the Barn Lot today at 813-245-0476. That's the Barn Lot.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. It's a 7-0 game, getting ready to start off the second quarter of action tonight from Yorktown High School. Like I said, Eagles are up 7-0. It's going to be third and about 3 yards to go for the first down. Tigers have the ball right around the 33-yard line. Leading rusher in the first quarter was Chandler Carroll. He had 11 carries, 51 yards. Now Riley Neal in back end shotgun. 3 wide receivers split out. Pass is complete across the middle, brought down by Alex Fawadavai. He's going to pick up the first down. Ball's going to be spotted around the 26-yard line. So first play from scrimmage in the second quarter brings up a first down. Now Neal's going to be under center. The Eagles have put pressure on the quarterback all night. It's going to be a counter to the right. Brought down by many defenders right around the line of scrimmage. Now 2nd and 10, ball right around the 25. Just 1 minute into the second quarter. 11 left in the first half. Austin Conway once again in the backfield making the big tackle. That's his second on the night, and it's also his second tackle for a loss. Now 3rd and 11. Ball on the 26. So as Neal brings the play into the huddle, big play for both teams. 10:33 left in the first half. 3rd and about 11 yards to move the chains. Ball right around the 25-yard line. Conway once again putting pressure on him. It was Landon Sullivan on the coverage, but the pass is complete. Number 13, Philip Perry. Perry's a 5'11", 155 senior. Gain of about 16 yards on the play. Going to bring up first down.
Looked like he saw his quarterback was under pressure. He angled a little bit back toward the quarterback.
That's one thing the Eagles have had a hard time to do with, Mike, or hard time to deal with, is when the play gets broken in the backfield and the pocket collapses, quarterbacks have always been able to scramble out and find receivers open. It's one thing that the Eagles have to fix if they want to try and win this ball game.
Under pressure again. Looks like he's throwing it away.
So back-to-back plays. Austin Conway is in the backfield, giving Riley Neal a hard time.
First quarter, he seemed like Neal had a lot of time back there in the backfield to look through his receivers, but Conway's putting a little more pressure on him this quarter.
Coach Segundo wants an intentional grounding call. It looked like there was a receiver in the vicinity. But either way, it's going to bring up second down, about 10 yards outside the end zone. So gain of about 5 by Chandler Carroll. So the ball's going to be spotted right around the 6-yard line. Third down and goal to go.
It'll be third and goal just outside the 5-yard line.
Just over 9 minutes left in the first half as Riley Neal and Carson Moore come out to give the play to the huddle. Third down, goal to go. So this time he's brought down hard right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of a few on the play. He's brought down by Alex Fawadavai. Now fourth down, and I believe the kicking unit's going to come out onto the field. It will be Derek Fox set back to kick. He's down 7-0. Going to try and put 3 points up on the board. Chandler Carroll will be set back to hold for the kick. Play clock is winding down now at 2. Kick is up and it's good, so the Tigers are now on the board, down 7-3. 8:12 left in the first half, and we'll be right back with the kickoff. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After the field goal is good by Derek Fox, he is set to kick off with 8:12 left in the first half. Tigers are down 7-3. Set back to return for the Eagles, as always, is number 9, Jalen Robinson, and number 20, Joe Spiegel. So Derek Fox set back to kick off. Mason Bechtel looked like he was down right around the 25-yard line. Catch was muffed at first, but he fell on it. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball on the 25. 8:09 left in the first half. So last time the Eagles had the ball, they had a huge drive, a great pass by Cade Jones, great run by Bryce Dishman. It was capped off by a Cade Jones QB keeper. And Mason Bechtel trying to get to the outside. He was touched in the backfield, but he's going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. So excellent run by Mason Bechtold.
Hopped over a Yorktown defender.
Bechtold is number 43, and he's actually bringing in 43 yards per game, as well as Bryce Dishman. Leading rusher on the season for the Eagles, like we said during our pregame, has been Joe Spiegel. He has 5 touchdowns, averaging over 7 yards per carry, 113 yards per game. Now 3 wide receivers split out.
Spiegel got stood up and then kept his legs pumping and got about 4 more yards out of that.
So now 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Ball right around the 40-yard line. Actually make that the 38. So 7:50 left in the first half. 7-3 Eagles. It's one thing I've seen from Mason Bechtold all year. He gets right to the outside, almost by the sideline, and then he just cuts it right upfield. He's very hard to take down, and when he is tackled, he never goes backward. He at least picks up a couple yards on the tackle, so that'll bring up 2nd down and 4 for the Eagles.
This is a little bit of a stretch, but reminds me of Walter Payton. He would rather hit the defensive back. He'd rather hit the defender than let the defender hit him.
I tell you what, when Mason Bechtold watches this, he's going to appreciate the compliment comparing him to Walter Payton, but it is what it is. Joe Spiegel on the carry, picks up the 1st down and brings a couple of defenders with him. Ball spotted around the 42-yard line, so the Eagles are now in Tiger territory. 1st and 10, ball right around the 42. Yeah, speaking of Walter Payton, I watched the Bears game last night. Bears fan wasn't happy with the score, but right here on Web Sports Machine, it's 7-3 Eagles out on top. 6:56 left in the first half, and we have a timeout. We'll be right back with more action. You're watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. Teams coming out of the timeout. 6:56 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10, Eagles ball on the 42-yard line. They're already up 7-3. Field goal was good by Derek Fox earlier to give the Tigers their only points. Joe Spiegel getting to the outside. He has that breakaway speed we were talking about. So after a huge play, he's brought down around the 4. Actually make that the 3-yard line. Big play by Joe Spiegel.
Does he have 100 yards yet this game?
He is very close if he's not there by now. I tell you what, he has put up great numbers all season, and it shows right here in the first half. Just 4 yards outside the end zone with 6:48 left in the first half. This time to Bryce Dishman. He's going to punch it in the end zone, making it 13-3 here at Yorktown High School. 6:42 left in the first half as Bryce Dishman, like I said, runs one in. So now John Kern will be coming out to kick the PAT. So Tay Stone set back to hold, John Kern to kick. Trying to make it 14-3. Kick is up, and it is actually no good. So now 13-3 after the missed PAT. 6:42 left in the first half. And we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
In 2002, the average internet user spent 46 minutes a day online. Today, the average internet user spends over 4 hours a day online. Beach Media helps you reach customers online through content like tonight's game, as well as customized internet marketing strategies designed specifically for your business. Your customers are online, and that's where you need to engage with them. For sponsorship and advertising opportunities, call Kyle at 813-245-0476.
Back down to the field, John Kern is set to kick off. Chandler Carroll is always set back to return. 6:42 left in the first half. The Eagles are up 13-3 over the Tigers. So John Kern set back to kick off.
There's a lot of pushing,
a lot of shoving going down on the field, and I do not understand what's going on.
Looked like people were still trying to block.
I don't think it was so much of an unsportsmanlike conduct. I just think they thought the play was still going. From what I saw, number 36, Trey Bland of Delta. He's a 5'9", 155 sophomore. He was getting the short end of the stick. He's getting pushed around by many defenders. So 6:31 left in the first half as Riley Neal and this Tiger offense comes back out onto the field once again. 1st and 10, ball in the 34. Pass to Jacob Wagner. He's streaking down the field, picks up about 10 yards on the play. So he gets enough to move the chains. First down, Tigers. Ball's going to be on the 44-yard line. Four wide receivers split out, 3 to the right. Another screen pass to Jacob Wagner. Gets enough to move the chains once again. So back-to-back screen passes to Wagner pick up first downs. Just over 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
I just want to say a quick thank you to anyone watching our game tonight live on Web Sports Machine. We really appreciate your viewership. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you liking our Facebook page, and then sharing with your friends. If you have some friends from any of the East Central Indiana schools, their events are going to get covered sooner or later here on Web Sports Machine. So tell your friends about it, like our Facebook page, and we really appreciate your viewership.
1st and 10, ball on the 45. Neal draws back to pass. Brought down just past the line of scrimmage. He's brought down by John Kern. That was Sam Bales with the pressure from behind. Now 2nd and 8, ball right around the 43. So 2nd and 8, 5:30 left in the first half. Pocket collapse very fast, brought down by a couple of defenders. I believe John Kern is going to get credit for the tackle. So 3rd and 12, ball on the 47. Third and long for the Tigers. 4:38 left in the first half. Big play. Riley Neal drops back to pass. Going to try and complete it to number 86, and it's picked off by Alex Fuadavai. What a play by Fuadavai. I tell you what, that kid has shown unbelievable talent all season. I believe that's his 3rd pick of the year. Fuadavai has been a name to remember at Delta High School. Started out with Anthony Fuadavai. He's one of the biggest men to come through. I tell you, he was a force on the defensive line. Then Austin Fuadavai came through. He was the running back last year before he got injured against the Yorktown Tigers. And now Alex Fuadavai stepping in just where they left off, making big plays, and with the interception right there. 4:27 left in the first half. 13-3 Eagles. Draw play by Joe Spiegel. Picks up about 3 yards. So 2nd and 5. 4:13 left in the first half. Eagles already up by 10, 13-3 as Kyle Cox brings the play in for the Eagles. Hand off to Joe Spiegel for another big gain. I tell you what, this kid, just like Fuadavai, has shown great talent all season. Closing in on the century mark for the game just here in the first half. So 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Now Bryce Dishman for about 5 yards. The Eagles slowly moving the ball up the field. And as the game continues on, there's beginning to be a lot more shoving down there on the line after the play is over. That's something that you see a lot when these teams hook up. A lot of bad blood between these two teams. I tell you what, it's one of the biggest rivalries in Indiana, especially here in East Central Indiana. Now 2nd and 5, ball on the 35-yard line. Bechtold picks up about 5 yards, so close to a first down. So 3rd and short for the Eagles. This is a big play for the Tigers defense, already down by 10 here in the first half. Jones with the QB keeper, gets enough for the first down, about 4 more. Lots of shoving over here on the near side between Chandler Carroll and Jalen Robinson.
Push that. It goes green. You're talking. Push that to red. All right. Is that for closer? Yeah.
So first down, 2:09 left in the second quarter. Ball right around the 44. Play action, Cade Jones is rolling out, and he hooks up with Joe Spiegel. It's about 3 yards past the first down marker. Once again, Spiegel in this offense going to move the chains. taking time off the clock as it winds down. Now 1:53 left in the second quarter, so they're definitely going to halftime with a lot of momentum, especially if they can cap off this drive with another touchdown. So one of the first times tonight Joe Spiegel was brought down right around the line of scrimmage. Clock is going to keep ticking. Just over 90 seconds left to play in the first half.
It's a short loss on the play. It will be second down, just over 10 yards to go for Delta.
So 2nd and 10, ball on the Tigers' 44-yard line.
Tip.
Pass is almost picked off.
Travis Knight gets a hand on it.
Crosses an incompletion. The incompletion brings up 3rd and long for Delta.
So after the incompletion brings up 3rd and about 11 yards to go for the first down. 1:11 left in the second quarter. As Ralph Fox brings the play out to the huddle for the Eagles. Jones draws back to pass. Finds Jalen Robinson open. Going to cut it back, and he's brought down right around the 10-yard line. So Cade Jones with his second completion of the night. Once again, it goes to Jalen Robinson.
His legs look like they got twisted up a little bit on that rolling tackle. He's limping on the sidelines.
Hopefully we can see him back onto the field very soon. Either way, it's first down and 10 yards to go for the touchdown.
Brought down hard. Gavin Harnish.
And Coach Grant Zagunda will call a timeout. 52.1 left in the first half. Eagles up by 10, 13-3, and we'll be right back with some more action here on Webb Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. 52.1 seconds left in the second quarter. Eagles are up 13-3 and about to score another touchdown just 10 yards out. The Tiger defense can bend all they want what they can't break on this drive. That would be devastating for them going into half. Down by 3 scores if the Eagles can convert for the 6th. So Cade Jones under center once again. Submits a counter to Bryce Dishman. And for the second time tonight, Bryce Dishman falls into the end zone. Now 20-3.
A huge hole on the right side. He didn't get touched until he was close to the end zone.
So the offensive line, the big men that never get the credit, are doing their jobs tonight, creating huge holes for the Eagle runners. Trying to make it 20-3. Actually, the offense is going to stay out on the field for the 2-point conversion. Going to try and make it 21-3. Just a little over 45 seconds left in the first half. Jones is going to roll out right. Pass is complete to Bryce Dishman as he falls into the end zone. Great jumping pass by Cade Jones, a very athletic play. Going to make it 21-3 here on Webb Sports Machine. 46.5 seconds left in the first half. And we'll be right back with more action. You're watching Webb Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. After the touchdown run by Bryce Dishman and the two-point conversion pass, it's now 21-3. Eagles out on top over the Tigers. As John Kern is set back to kick off for the Eagles, just over 45 seconds left of the play in the first half. Set back to return is number 25, Chandler Carroll. So with 46.5 left, John Kern kicks off to the Tigers. The squib kick after a great return. It's going to be brought down right around the 45-yard line. So the Tiger offense has a big duty in front of them right now. Down 21-3 with 40.9 seconds left in the first. They have got to put some more points on the board before going into halftime. And with both teams being running teams, it's very hard to move the ball down the field fast. Let's see what Riley Neal and this offense can do right here. 40.9 left in the second quarter. He goes out of bounds after the completion. It's going to stop the clock at 36.7. Ball is going to be spotted right around the 46-yard line. So they're in Eagle territory already after one play.
36 seconds remaining. Tigers have it in Eagle territory, first and 10.
Now first and 10 Tigers. 4 wide receivers out. So almost identical plays back to back as he's brought out by number 36, Trey Bland. It's going to stop the clock once again. Now at 32.7. So the Eagle defenders have got to step up and do a little bit better job on coverage. Because Yorktown back-to-back plays, almost like I said, identical plays, picking up first downs. This time he bites
Pump
on
fake.
the pass is completed right around the 6-yard line. So on the hitch and go, they complete the big play. Now first and goal Tigers. Trey Bland bit. And that's what happens now. First and goal with just 26.3 seconds left in the first half. Tigers are knocking on the end zone. This time the pass is incomplete, intended for number 86, Riley Miller. Miller's a big target, standing at 6'2". And now second down and about 6 yards to go for the score. 22.7 left in the first half, already down 21-3. Like I said, second and 6, goal to go. Trying to hook up with Miller once again, and this time it's also incomplete. That was Trey Bland on the coverage. Bland hasn't seen very much varsity action this year, but he's getting his chance right now. 18.4 left in the first half. Now third down, about 6 yards to go for the score. Momentum keeps building right here. Pass is intercepted in the end zone by Trey Bland. The kid that has not gotten very much playing time this year on varsity comes away with the interception. So big play by Trey Bland. And the Eagles will take over on the 20-yard line.
Looks like it went right through Riley Miller's hands. They were side by side, laid out. Looks like it went right through Miller's hands into Trey Bland's hands. Awesome catch.
So after the turnover, it'll be first and 10. Eagles ball on the 20-yard line. I assume They're just going to try and run out the clock with just 15 seconds left, but you never know with Grant Segunda on the sideline. Looks like they're just going to kneel it, try and run out the clock and go into half with a 21-3 lead. And that will do it. So momentum is all on the Eagles side, up 21-3 right here on Webb Sports Machine. And we will be right back with more action and a little halftime recap right here at Yorktown High School. Eagles up 21-3, and we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Webb Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. Just 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in halftime. Give you a short little recap of what happened in the first half here in Yorktown High School. The Eagles are up 21-3. Bryce Dishman has had 4 carries for 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. The leading rusher for the Eagles has been Joe Spiegel. He has 13 carries, 102 yards. He has yet to get a touchdown. He has 5 on the season. And the leading receiver for the Eagles has been Jalen Robinson and has 2 catches for 62 yards. Cade Jones has 3 completions on 4 attempts, 75 yards, still no touchdowns. And for Yorktown, the leading rusher has been Chandler Carroll. He has 12 carries for only 40 yards, so he came in today averaging 144 yards per game. But the Eagles have held him to 40 in the first half on just 12 carries. And really the story of the night has been the Eagles' running game and being able to convert on big plays like third down. Bryce Dishman has 2 counters that went into the end zone. He had 1 play that was on a 2-point conversion where he caught the reception inside the end zone for another 2. That's where we stand, 21-3. Just over 90 seconds left in halftime. We do have some photos for you. They were brought to you by Evan Dawson. We're going to show those to you for the remaining about 1 minute and 25 seconds right here on Webb Sports Machine. And welcome back to the action. We'd like to thank Evan Dawson for bringing us those pictures. He'll be doing some work for us on the side, giving us pictures during halftime. We may have some throughout the second half. But right now, John Kern is down on the field getting set to kick off to start off the third quarter. Score is 21-3. Eagles out on top. The only points by Yorktown came off of a Derek Fox field goal. Bryce Dishman in the first half had 2 rushing touchdowns for the Eagles. And the leading rusher on the night is Joe Spiegel, 13 carries, 102 yards. So John Kern set back to kick off to Chandler Carroll for Yorktown. Chandler Carroll has room to run, trying to get to the outside. So an excellent return to start off the second half as Chandler Carroll is brought down right around the 50-yard line. So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 just inside the third quarter. So the Tigers trying to get something moving on offense. During the first half, they had some decent drives, but only one of them came to get any points. That was a Derek Fox field goal. Brought down hard right around the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play is going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball right around the 48-yard line. Now Riley Neal coming out and going to be under center. 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. That has pretty much been the only play that's worked for the Tigers. That's been the screen pass to Jacob Wagner.
Gains about 6 on the play, brings up 3rd. And a long 4 for the Tigers.
So 3rd and about 5 yards to go, 10:48 left in the 3rd quarter. So with 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 3rd, 3rd and 5. Neal's going to drop back to pass. Pocket collapsed very fast, but the pass is complete across the middle for a 1st down. Ball is going to be spotted right around the 39-yard line. Actually make that the 37.
Finally tackled at the Eagle 38-yard line. Fans that reception by Patterson. Good enough for a Yorktown Tiger.
So 1st and 10, Tigers have the ball on the 38-yard line. Yeah, handoff left for some big yards. Brought down by John Kern, but Chandler Carroll picking up about 15 yards on the 1st down play. Good enough to move the chains. Now 9:59 left in the 3rd.
Big gain on the play. Fans that last run by Carroll. Good enough for another Yorktown Tiger.
Now 1st and 10, ball right around the 24-yard line. The only time the Tigers were inside the red zone, Riley Neal threw an interception to Trey Bland. And that was right before the half ended. Carroll picks up about 3 yards on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. So 2nd and 7, 3 wide receivers right, 1 left, drops back to pass. So great completion and a great pass, but it's going to be a loss of about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 yards to go to move the chains. Ball right around the 23-yard line. So another big play for the Tigers, 3rd and 8. Once again, Neal drops back to pass. A lot of pressure. Got a penalty flag down. Darren Stoltz saw there was a penalty marker down. He forgot to make the tackle. I think it's going to be a block in the back on the Tigers. So that will bring up 3rd and long for the Tigers. So like I said, after the penalty, they will repeat 3rd down. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 41-yard line after the penalty. So 3rd and a country mile for the Tigers. I would assume they'd be going for it on 4th down if they do not convert to move the chains on this play. So Neal back in shotgun with 4 wide receivers out. Pass is incomplete. That was intended for Riley Miller. That'll bring it 4th down and very, very long. About 27 yards to go for the first down as the punt unit comes out onto the field for the first time tonight. So even if the pass was completed, they would have been way short of the first down. So Derek Fox will come out and be able to punt the ball away to Kyle Cox, number 81. He is set back to return around the 10-yard line. Punts away, and it's a beautiful punt. Going to take an eagle bounce out of bounds. Going to be spotted right around the 15-yard line. So as Joe Spiegel comes back out onto the field, he already is over the century mark for the game on 12 carries. So just under 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Eagles come out on offense for the first time this half. All 3 touchdowns by the Eagles have been rushing touchdowns, 2 by Bryce Dishman and 1 on the QB keeper by Cade Jones. So 2nd and 8 after the Joe Spiegel run. Just over 7:30 left in the third. I'd like to remind you that I am Adam Brown, and alongside me to make the call tonight is Michael Beach. It's been lots of fun bringing you this game. So Bryce Dishman is brought down in the backfield, loss of about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, about 12 yards to move the chains.
Looking like a well-oiled machine out there. Huge loss brings up 3rd and 12 for the Eagles.
So as Kyle Cox brings the play out into the huddle for the Eagles. 3rd and 12, 6:46 left in the third. Typical passing situation here for the Eagles, but they're going to hand it off through the middle to Joe Spiegel for about 5 yards, not enough to move the chains. So for the first time tonight, we're going to see the Eagles punt unit out onto the field. John Kern will be back to kick, and set back to return will be Chandler Carroll.
On the punt for the Eagles. 25, Chandler Carroll to return the punt for the Tigers.
It's a beautiful punt by John Kern. It's going to take an eagle bounce. Penalty marker is down. I did not see the penalty. So the ball is spotted at the 36-yard line after the eagle bounce.
Tiger offense will head onto the field. However, there was also a penalty on the play.
So lots of Tigers players on the field right now.
And see that this waved off.
The penalty marker was waved off, so no flag on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10, Tigers ball on the 36-yard line. Just under 6 left in the third quarter tonight. The Tigers taking lots of time getting the play to the line of scrimmage. Once again, Neal is under center again for the first time in this half. Picks up about 3 on the counter.
Inside handoff to the wingback number 23, Mason Patterson. Gain of about 3.5 on the play, brings up 2nd.
So 2nd and about 7 yards to go for the first down. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. Pass is complete to Chandler Carroll. A fumble on the play, recovered by the Eagles, it looked like. So Chandler Carroll on the fumble. It's going to be a turnover with 5:06 left in the third quarter. Eagles already up by 18, and they are taking over with great field position after the fumble recovery. It'll be 1st and 10, ball spotted on the 44-yard line. The Tigers are not out of it yet, but they have got to get some momentum on their side if they want to come back into this ball game. Already down by 18. So on 1st down, Mason Bechtel picks up about 9 yards. So I tell you what, Mike, the Eagles have showed it all night, being able to run all over the Tigers' defense. Just as always, putting up great numbers as they march down the field. So after the 8-yard gain, it's now 2nd and 2. The Eagles have the ball on the 35.
Spiegel. He's quick. He doesn't take him long to get up to speed.
And I tell you what, he has a lot of momentum going with him whenever he gets the ball. I tell you what, Mike, Spiegel can have all the speed that he wants. But, I mean, you could drive a Mack truck through these holes that the offensive line is creating tonight against the Tigers.
And then a couple plays ago, Mason to the left side, running fast to the left, and he has a chance to cut up wherever he wants.
So on 1st down this time, Spiegel picks up about 6 yards on the play. Now 2nd down and about 4 yards for the first. Solo Joe Spiegel being the leading rusher on the night for the Eagles. He has still yet to punch one in the end zone. So speaking of Bryce Dishman this time with the carry, picks up the 1st down. He's actually just about 1 yard shy of the first. Now 3rd and about a yard to go to move the chains. 3:09 left in the third quarter as Kyle Cox brings the play out into the huddle. So this could be a big play for the Tiger defense if they could get a tackle for a loss or at least a stop on the play.
Spiegel speed out to the outside.
So he picks up the chains now, ball on the 10-yard line. So 2:47 left in the third quarter. It's a 1st down for the Eagles, trying to knock on the end zone.
Great pursuit.
That's what Bechtel always tries to do, is get to the outside and go around the corner. But the Tigers did a great job, like Mike said, on the pursuit, getting in the backfield very fast.
Mason Patterson had him in his sights the whole time.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 11 yards to go to get in the inside the end zone. Like I said, 11 yards out, trying to make this one a 27-3 ball game. Another great stop by the Tigers, bringing down Joe Spiegel right around the line of scrimmage.
He came up from the safety position. Laid a nice hit on the ball carrier.
So another big play for the Tiger defense. They have struggled on 3rd and 4th down, giving up big plays. Let's see what they can do in this situation. 1:40 left in the 3rd. Down by 3 scores. So Tate Stone is out right. This time Joe Spiegel was brought down right around the 8-yard line. So the Tigers make a great stop. I do not see if we will see John Curran out onto the field for the kick, or if Coach DeGun is going to see if the offense can pick up the touchdown just about 9 yards outside the end zone. So Coach DeGun is going to leave the offense out there. This could be a big play for either team. I tell you what, Mike, if the Tigers can get a stop here, they can get some momentum going. Already down by 18. Play clock's at about 20 seconds, so lots of time for the Tigers, or for the Eagles, to get up to the line of scrimmage. Looks to be some confusion on the field, and Coach DeGun is going to take a timeout. So with 27.4 seconds left in the 3rd, 21-3 ball game. We will be right back here on Web Sports Machine with a word from one of our sponsors.
When I say good, you say neighbor. Call Jason May for your insurance needs and see how it feels to be on a #1 team. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call Jason or his team today at 747-7100 or visit calljasonmay.com.
Also, there might be a river stand down there near the concession stand. I saw their truck when entering the stadium. They've got frozen.
So with the offense staying out onto the field for the Eagles, just over 27 seconds left in the 3rd. Going to try and make this one a 4-possession game, already up by 18. And although it is an 18-point game, it seems much closer than that. It wouldn't take much for the Tigers to come back and put some points on the board. But if they are going to do it, they have to do it fast. So 9 yards outside the end zone. 4th down and goal to go for the Eagles. You have Kyle Cox out right, Rob Fox left.
The keeper.
So he's going to be brought down to the 3-yard line. Turnover on downs. So either way, it works out for the Eagles. They didn't get the touchdown, but the Tigers are going to have about 97 yards to go for the touchdown. Very hard to do against this Eagle defense. We're going to get a chance to see what the Tigers are made of. Down by 18 late in the 3rd quarter. Taking over inside the 5-yard line.
You can tell if your Tiger football action this year live via webcast at DelawareCountyVoice.com.
So with 21.5 seconds left in the 3rd.
DelawareCountyVoice.com for all of your Tiger action.
So there's some confusion going on by the Tigers. At one point in time, they had about 14 men on the field.
I don't know if they all know what play has been called.
So Chandler Carroll trying to get to the outside, brought down by Alex Fawadavai. Before he's brought down, he picks up about 9 yards. And that play will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Delta out on top over Yorktown, 21-3. And we'll be right back with the 4th quarter. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. 21-3 ball game as the Tigers take over 2nd and 1. Ball right around the 14-yard line, kicking off the 4th quarter of action. Brought down hard by John Kern,
Stopped
just
in the
shy.
backfield.
So a big play by John Kern is going to bring up 3rd down and about a yard to go. So a big 3rd down play for the Tigers. Picks up the 1st down and more. Chandler Carroll with the carry. Brought down right around the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10, Tigers have the ball just inside the 4th quarter, down by 3 scores. Pass is intercepted by Darren Stoltz. It's going the other way. So the pass was tipped initially, then Darren Stoltz came down with the pick. So they will take over about 1 yard outside the red zone. Actually, the ball will be spotted inside the Eagle red zone on the 17, maybe 18-yard line. Big defensive play by Darren Stoltz. So that's Riley Neal's 3rd pick of the night. As Darren Stoltz's 1st pick of the season. Just over 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Cade Jones draws back to pass to Kyle Cox, and it is completed for an Eagle touchdown. Now 27-3, 11:04 left in the 4th. And Eagles are just running away with this game early in the 4th quarter.
Great throw, great catch. Looks like they've practiced that a few times.
I would say so. Now John Kern coming out to kick the PAT. He missed one earlier tonight. Let's see if he can kick this one through the uprights, make it 21-3, actually 28-3, with just over 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The snap and the kick. And this time it looks like it sails through the uprights, making it 28-3 here at Yorktown High School on Webb Sports Machine. And we will be right back with more action. You are watching Webb Sports Machine. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. It's a 28-3 ball game. Eagles are out on top. 11:04 left in the 4th as John Kern is set back to kick off to Chandler Carroll once again. The Eagles defenders have been all over the field today making plays. 3 interceptions on the night. And on offense, they have been able to run all over the place on the Tigers and really convert on some big pass plays. As John Kern kicks it away. Going to be returned by Chandler Carroll once again. So it has some room to run. Another big return brought down around the 46-yard line. So after throwing his 3rd interception last possession, Riley Neal will come back out onto the field, going to try and move the ball up the field and try and get a touchdown, the first of the night. Down by 4 scores, 28-3.
And those interceptions just seemed like he was just an inch away from making it a completed pass. The one in the end zone went through his receiver's hands. This one looked like it bounced off of a defender's shoulder pads before it was intercepted. He's close. He's close. He's just it's just going wrong late in the play.
Pocket collapse. He's trying to make a play of it. It's going to pick up about 8 yards before the slide. So with 10:35 left in the game, it's going to Tigers 2nd and 2. Ball on the 46-yard line. Penalty marker is down. Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. Now they'll push them back another 5 yards, make it about 2nd and 7. So things just keep getting worse for the Tigers. They had some momentum going on the last play, actually the last few plays. And the last play is pretty much wiped away by the penalty. Now 2nd and 7, 10:19 left to go in the game. So with 2 wide receivers left and 2 right. Neal's back in shotgun once again. He's going to pick up the first down across the middle of the field. Brought down right around the 39-yard line.
Ball reeled in by number 23, Patterson. Pretty big game on the play. Fans, that reception by Patterson. Good enough for a Yorktown Tiger.
Just over 10 minutes remaining. 1st and 10 Tigers. There has been pressure on the quarterback all night. There's a penalty marker down. I believe it's going to be pass interference on Trey Bland.
Following the play, flag on the field. Right around the Eagle 15-yard line. It appears to be defensive.
I believe that will be the first penalty tonight against the Eagles with 9:57 left in the 4th. The ball now on the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. In the backfield very fast. So Chandler Carroll is going to punch it in for the first time tonight on the reception. Now 28-9. Yorktown scores the first time tonight other than a field goal.
It's a flag after the play.
I believe it is going to be a sideline warning on the Tigers. So don't get too excited. So both teams have a lot of confusion going on right now. The Tigers just scored their first touchdown on the night. The reception by Chandler Carroll ran it in for about 24 yards. There has not been a call yet on the field of what exactly happened. So the touchdown is good.
Penalty on the play.
It was either a sideline warning or a unsportsmanlike conduct call. The ball has not been moved back yet, which makes me believe it was a sideline warning. So like I said a minute ago, lots of confusion going on down the field. And to be honest with you, I'm confused right now exactly what is going on. They've been talking about it for a couple minutes now. We know for a fact that the touchdown is good.
I think it's a personal foul after the play. What are they doing?
If it was a personal foul, I believe the ball would be pushed back about 15 yards. So it makes it believe that it was a sideline warning, and thus the unsportsmanlike conduct call is going to be enforced on the kickoff. They're going to try and get as many points as they can. Down 28-9, they're going to leave the offense out on the field for the two-point conversion. Pass
Tipped away.
Broken up by number 3, Chase Carpenter. He was there on the coverage. So it'll now be Eagles ball with 9:45. Unless they go for the onside kick, it is late in the game, so it may happen. Down 28-9 here on Webb Sports Machine.
Why is being down 17 at this point better than being down 18?
It was to get to 17, maybe you can get a field goal late.
So after the first touchdown pass of the night by Riley Carroll, or actually Riley Neal, excuse me, it's now 28-9. They failed to get the two-point conversion. I really do not understand why they went for two. So the Eagles believe it's going to be an onside kick. They have their hands team out on the field. Looks like it's not going to be an onside kick unless they're going to try and confuse the Eagles. They're going to try and rely on their defense. It is an onside kick, and it is recovered by... I don't know who recovered it. It's a fight down there in the paddle. The Eagles are saying they have it. Delta says they have it. Either way, it's going to be on the 45-yard line. And the Eagles do recover it. So after the scare on the sidelines for the Eagles, they're going to take over at the 45. The Tigers have to really rely on their defense right here to make a big stop and make it fast, hoping for a 3-and-out or even a turnover.
That was a great kick, though. I haven't seen
it
really executed very well by their kicker. You don't see it executed that well sometimes on Sundays.
So 1st and 10 Eagles. Ball around the 45-yard line. Countered by Mason Bechtel, gets to the outside, and I tell you what.
Lots of running room.
From the angle we had it, like Mike just said, that hole was huge on the offensive line. I mean, Mike, even at your age, I think you could have got through that hole.
Oh, let's not get too excited. No, I don't know.
So 2nd and 2 now for the Eagles. 9:31 left in the game.
I'd have squeezed a couple yards out of it, maybe.
Maybe back in your day you've been able to do what Mason Bechtel does. He puts up great numbers week in and week out. Now 2nd and 1 for the Eagles. Great defensive stop by the Tigers.
He almost beat the pitch there.
There's a fumble on the play. Tigers are saying they have it.
He might have grabbed it from him after the play. He was almost beat the pitch there to the back.
The far side ref is saying that it was down. He was down before the ball came out. believe if we were watching college football or NFL, we'd see a review right now, and the refs would be going underneath the booth. But here in IHSA football, there is not a replay system, so coaches cannot challenge. But now 8:48 left in the fourth. 3rd and 5. Tigers have got to get a stop on this play and try and draw them off sides.
Yeah.
And Cade Jones is going to take a timeout. So 8:35 left in the fourth. 28-9 game. Eagles out on top, and we will be right back after the timeout. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. 3rd and 5. Eagles ball right around the 40-yard line. Hand off to Joe Spiegel up the middle, and he picks up the first down. So I tell you what, this running game keeps grinding away at the Tigers. Picked up a huge 3rd down. It's going to keep the clock moving, as well as the chains. Now ball around the 36-yard line. Actually make that the 31-yard line. 8:29 left to play. So 1st and 10, Eagles ball on the 31. Dishman trying to get to the outside. Some great blocks by the Eagles. Once again, picking up the first down.
There's a lot of room to run. I know they're fast getting there, but there's a lot of room to run once they get to the outside.
It's now under 8 minutes left in play. Eagles are up 28-9 on Web Sports Machine here at Yorktown High School. The clock keeps ticking away. Now 7:41. Bechtold trying to get to the outside. Cuts it upfield. Maybe gets a few yards on the play. Now Tate Stone bringing the play into the huddle. Counter to Bryce Dishman. He stopped right around the line of scrimmage.
Tripped over his own lineman.
So each play, about 40 seconds coming off the clock. Now Kyle Cox checking in at wide receiver. Cade Jones rolls out right, completes the pass to Joe Spiegel. He's going to be very close to the first down, looks about a yard shy. Now under 6 minutes in play left to go as Yorktown is going to take another timeout. 5:55 left in play, 28-9 the score here on Webb Sports Machine, and we will be right back after the timeout. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. 4th down and 2 yards to go for the Eagles. Coach DeGun is going to send the offense out there to try and move the chains. And after the timeout, 5:55 left to play. Spiegel trying to get to the outside. Penalty markers all are down. So the play is most likely going to come back, either a block in the back or a holding penalty on the play. So after the first down, it's erased. So that will push Delta back, and it's going to be another 4th down. I assume that Coach DeGun is going to leave the offense out there once again. With just under 6 minutes to play, he has a 28-9 lead. It's going to be 4th and about 12 yards to go to move the chains and keep this drive alive. Actually make that about 4th and 15. Ball on the 24-yard line. With a little bit of time left in the first half, I just remember that Jalen Robinson came off the field limping away, and he has not been seen on the field in the second half. So I hope that he is okay and just taking a rest. Already up by 28, or actually up 28-9.
Mount Vernon is up on Pendleton Heights 51-7. And they have 491 rushing yards, 0 passing attempts. Wow. Mount Vernon. Almost 500 yards and it's all rushing. They're up 51-7 on Pendleton Heights.
Well, we just got informed that Mount Vernon is up over Hoosier Heritage Conference team Pendleton Heights 51-7. They have almost 500 yards on the ground.
No pass attempts.
That is amazing numbers.
Now and maybe I'm mistaken, wasn't Pendleton Heights, weren't they not ranked necessarily?
Well,
But
Pendleton Heights coming into last week were number 5 in Class 4A.
yeah.
And they end up getting beat 17-14 at Lucas Oil Stadium by Shelbyville.
So it was a big upset.
A very big upset. And people were really looking forward to Pendleton Heights and New Palestine really pulling away with the Hoosier Heritage Conference title this year, one of those two teams. But already New Pal got beat last week by Delta. And like you said just a minute ago, Mount Vernon is on top of Pendleton Heights 51-7. That's what you get here in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. Every game you don't know who's going to win. Lots of competitive teams year in and year out. But right now, 4th and 14, Eagles have the ball on the 24-yard line, trying to keep this drive alive and the clock moving.
Plenty of time. Nope.
He's going to be sacked in the backfield, loss of about 3, turnover on downs.
Receivers were covered. He scrambled, and they were right on him.
That was the first time the Tigers defense has been able to bring Cade Jones down in the backfield for a sack. So the Tigers will take over with 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in the fourth.
At their own 30-yard line, first and 10.
1st and 10 Tigers. Pass is complete out left. Didn't get out of bounds, picked up about 9 yards, so the clock will keep moving as it is now 2nd and short.
Gain of about 9 3/4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and roughly 12 inches.
Now Neal back in shotgun, 2nd and short. Austin Conway with the sack. The ball came loose, but it was down by contact. And the Eagle defenders have been in the backfield in almost every passing play, making the pocket close very fast. And lots of players moving around the field, making huge plays. Already 3 interceptions on the night for the Eagles. Now 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Draw play to Chandler Carroll, and again Austin Conway with the tackle for a loss. That is his 3rd tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He has 1 sack on the night. That came on the play previous to that one. It's now 4th and 5. And if the Tigers have any dreams of coming back in this game, they have got to convert on this 4th down play. 4:11 to go in the 4th quarter. Ball on the 35-yard line. Pass is complete outright. Pass is complete, number 88, Carson Moore. Moore, another big target that the Tigers have. He stands at 6'3", 163 pounds, and he is a sophomore. So we'll be hearing his name for the next couple years, along with lots of players on both teams. They have a lot of youth, especially this Delta team. They're starting 8 sophomores.
Also, rounds are prohibited at each and every single IHSA sporting event. Please refrain from using those products while you enjoy the game. Thank you.
So 1st and 10 Tigers, ball around the 47. It's a deep ball, Trey Bland on the coverage. Almost intercepted by Trey Bland.
Great coverage.
Trey Bland already has 1 interception on the night. And I tell you what, Trey Bland is a kid. Well, he's a great kid personality-wise, but he's a kid tonight getting his first chance to play varsity football. Now he's been in there on some special team plays, but he has stepped up and done a great job tonight. Had the deflection on the last play, 1 interception that happened inside the end zone.
And on that play, the receiver turned his head to look for the ball. He turned his head to look for the ball, got his hands up, batted it down.
So now 2nd down and 10 yards to go, 3:50 left to play. Again, almost picked off by Trey Bland. This kid is all over the field making plays tonight. Back there in the pocket, Riley Neal has got to be hearing footsteps. The pocket is collapsing almost as soon as the play starts. Now 3rd and 10. Tigers have the ball on the 47-yard line. So 3rd and 10, big play for the Tigers. Neal drops back to pass once again.
Little behind him.
He had it in his hands and dropped it. Intended receiver on the play was Carson Moore.
Ball's incomplete. Incompletion brings up 4th and 10 for the Tigers.
So with just under 4 minutes to go in play, it's a 4th down and 10 for the Tigers. They have to convert on this 4th down to keep any hopes of a comeback alive. So big play, 4 wide receivers on the field for the Tigers. Riley Neal back in shotgun. Lots of people in the backfield trying to make a stop, and he's brought down by Clay Fullenkamp on 4th down. So a turnover on downs is going to give the Eagles the ball with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to play. Up 28-9 here at Yorktown High School. So if the Eagles hold on to win this game, they will move to 3-0 in Hoosier Heritage Conference play and 4-1 on the season. Their only loss came to Fort Wayne Carroll, a big 5A school. So Cade Jones completes the pass to Kyle Cox. It's unbelievable that they even tried to pass in this situation, but they convert it for a huge gain. Get lots of yards through the air, and it's now going to be Eagles ball right around the 20-yard line. The clock's going to keep moving. And they're just about a couple yards outside the red zone. So after the 27-yard completion, now 1st and 10 for the Eagles, ball on the 23-yard line.
Ooh.
Mason Bechtold is tripped up in the backfield by Chandler Carroll. It's now 2nd and about 18 yards to go to move the chains.
I want to remind our viewers that on our Facebook page, Facebook/Web Sports Machine, Facebook.com/Web Sports Machine, we'll post a lot of photos. Evan Dawson took some great photos for us of both teams. And not only will this replay be posted on our Facebook page, but all of those photographs and maybe even some photos from or video from the Blue Crew as well.
So with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to play, 2nd down and 18 yards to go, ball on the 31-yard line. Handed off to Joe Spiegel. You can see Travis Knight trying to punch the ball to Joe Spiegel's hands and cause a turnover. That'll bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes to go in the game. So the clock keeps ticking away. Almost like Yorktown is conceding defeat, not even calling a timeout to try and stop the clock. Pass is complete to Kyle Cox, and he tries to make some room to run. Picks up about 5 yards on the play. So now 4th down and about 8 yards to go to move the chains. So the handoff to Joe Spiegel is going to stop the clock shy of the 1st down. And the Tigers will take over with 37.5 seconds remaining, down 28-9. So this game is pretty much all but over. It surprised me that Yorktown did not take any of its timeouts there on the last drive by the Eagles.
We've got to score 3 times. Not that it can't be done. But wow. It's a big mountain to climb really quick.
So the Eagles pretty much in a prevent defense right now. Only 3 down linemen, but they still put pressure on the quarterback. So that'll keep the clock moving. The clock actually never even started on that play. So 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Down 28-9 as the closing seconds of this game. Fumble on the play.
Bad snap.
See, might be
Better
brought
just get rid of it.
Pass is incomplete. He threw it away in the end zone, just hoping to get it near somebody. Darren Stoltz was right there to try and get the safety. So like I mentioned earlier in the game, we have not seen Jalen Robinson on the field in the second half. We hope that he was just out of the game because it was such a big lead by the Eagles. Hope we see him on the field next week against Rushville. You can watch that game right here on Web Sports Machine. That'll be a home game for the Eagles. They will move on to be 4-1 and 3-0 in conference play. Yorktown will now be 1-2 in conference play, and will fall to 2-3. So that will probably bring us down to the last play. Actually, that will be the last play of tonight's ball game here on Web Sports Machine. The Eagles come out on top 28-9 here on Web Sports Machine. You know, Mike, we watched it all game. The Eagles were able to control the ground game. You had Joe Spiegel had 23 carries, 136 yards. Bryce Dishman had 2 touchdowns. Joe Spiegel actually did not punch it in the end zone tonight. That was the first game he has not scored a touchdown. Cage Jones was 6 for 7, 126 yards passing with 1 touchdown. And that is why he is tonight's Beach Media Player of the Game.
Fantastic performance. I really do like this Yorktown team. I like their quarterback. Riley Neal, I think, is a really, really talented kid. And I think some things, he was just off a little bit on some of these passes. And, Delta played good defense. A couple of plays going a couple of different ways. I just think it's a closer game than the score showed.
Absolutely. I mean, that one interception was inside the end zone.
Yeah.
And that was just inches away from Riley Miller's hands. So, I mean, you turn that around and the Tigers go in down by about a touchdown into halftime.
Yeah.
Instead, they get the turnover and the momentum goes right back to the Eagles.
But it's hard to fight off a 135 rushing yards attempt or a performance by Joe Spiegel. And then the passing. How many passing yards? How many completions?
Only 6 completions on 7 attempts. So very efficient.
Wow.
127 yards passing, 1 touchdown.
Big plays. And that's what I've noticed about Delta throughout the last couple of years. Well, several years. They just make some big plays. And you're going to get a 20, 30-yard play every so often. This game, it seemed like we had 4 or 5 of these, 10, 15 to 25-yard plays consistently each quarter. So there were only a couple of series, I think, that Yorktown really held Delta to having to. How many times did we punt?
I believe just once.
Just once.
And Riley Neal for Yorktown was 19 of 32 passing. I don't know how many yards he had, but he threw 3 interceptions and only 1 touchdown.
2 of those were just very tips and just right through his receiver's hands.
But I'm Adam Brown, and for everybody else here at Web Sports Machine, we appreciate you joining in tonight and watching this game live. Make sure you tune in next week where Delta takes on the Rushville Lions. That will be a home Hoosier Heritage Conference matchup for the Eagles. You can watch that game around 7 o'clock next week here on Web Sports Machine. So we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
And remember to like us on Facebook, websportsmachine.com and facebook.com/websportsmachine. And again, we appreciate your viewership, and tell all your friends. Thanks very much.